Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. I been commenting on some of my comments, replying to replies. I did the one on logs, paper logs. Got a couple of comments. One is from one of my regulars. He comments on quite a few of them. 46 Val Rossi 46, and evidently he used truck back in the day and got out of it, and he's debating on coming back in if I've got the right feller. Anyway, he says, oh man, paper logs. Back when I was a driver, I ran 3 log books running coast to coast, but that was before the company owner started Quailcomm. Yeah, and Quailcomm and stuff. I got a couple of stories I'm going to share with you. Now I'm done with this. You can stop doing that now. I was green as grass. I mean, I'm done with all my training and all that stuff. Had my own truck. Damn no cab over. There's a lot of them around when I started driving. And actually I drive for J.B. Hunt. They was yellow cab overs back then. I was run out of the Kansas City yard, if that's what you want to call that little mud hole. And like I said, I was green. I only had a month or two under my belt solo. I'd had a few days off at the house. I took off out of that Kansas City yard, and I did my logbook and all that stuff. Crossed into Kansas. Kansas ain't got that many scales. They had one, I found it. So, for whatever reason, I don't know, they decided they want to check my stuff. I wasn't overweight or none of that. So, there was 2 of them in there working. So I went in there, and yeah, a little bit nervous, I ain't gonna lie. First time I'd actually ever been called into a scale house. And I put all my stuff up there. They get looking at my log. I'm a little bit behind, about 6 years. I'd wrote the wrong date for the year. And they was having fun at my expense. I didn't find it funny at all. So, the one old boy, he had flagged another truck to come in. And, like I said, these 2 guys, these old DOT guys, they was having fun with me. And this guy, this other driver came in, and he was ranting and raving and cussing. And I cross this blankety-blank scale every blankety-blank day, and why the blankety-blankety, oh, I mean, going off. And more or less just threw his stuff on the counter. Well, everybody got kind of quiet when he came in like that. Of course I am. I ain't saying a word. These other 2, the one, he just sitting there going through my stuff, or pretending to. And the older gentleman, he's looking at this guy's stuff. He said, driver, you brought me the wrong damn logbook. Take this out and bring me there, or go get the other one, what he told him. The driver turned around and headed out to get his logbook. Those 2 looked at each other. The one, he closed my book, handed me my stuff, and he said, driver, you have a good day. Fix that before you leave. Yes, sir. I sure will. And I headed out the door. Now I met this old boy coming across. Now, I never said a word. He's still rambling and cussing and carrying on and carrying another logbook. So yeah, there was a lot of folks that ran 2 or 3 logbooks back in those days. Those ain't just stories that you hear. I didn't stick around to see what happened. But imagine it got interesting in that scale house. I've never forgot that. That was my first scale house encounter. And sometimes I wonder what happened to that old boy. Wonder if he's still underneath that scale house. So that being said, years and years down the road, I had a lot of experience under my belt. I was a hot dog. Buddy boy, I'd move on down the road, I'd tear them miles up. Literally. I was one of the biggest outlaws out here. And I told you bits and pieces of some of these stories. You just have to kind of piece together once in a while. But boy, that train back behind me, I bet this is going to be a fun place to sleep. The wife and I became empty nesters and was trying that prime deal that I've mentioned. I'd never dealt with no quail comms or none of that stuff. So the wife, she was learning how to do it pretty good. We're putting in our arrival times and button the dock times. I mean, they had a button for everything. Boy, she was good at pushing them buttons on that quail comm. And we had been out, I don't know, 2 months or something. Maybe 3, I don't remember. And we went back by the yard. You pull into their big old garage here. I think it holds like 6 trucks. And you pull in there and they fuel it and do whatever they got to do and run the numbers, blah, blah, blah. And that's when you find out when you get your load, if anybody needs anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, log department want to talk to me. Alright, cool. So, and I don't remember exact numbers. So I'm just going to kind of ad-lib a little bit. So me and the wife, we go into the place, and it was paper logs. We weren't doing logs on the quail comm. We were doing paper logs. And I'm good at doing paper logs. I'm real good. So we go in there, and nice lady, and she tells me, well, you've got like 43 violations. Wow, really? Yeah. How many am I allowed? 75. Well, that's cool. She says, that's in a year. I said, that ain't good. So I was making light of it. Well, what am I doing wrong? Well, then she showed me where they've got the printout from all this stuff on that quail comm. And they're matching against my paper log. Now I come unglued. That ain't right. Y'all making me use that quail comm to get my information and stuff, then you match it against my log and don't even tell me? Really? Oh, I was hot. That was back before I came to the Lord. I keep telling y'all, I wasn't this pretty sweet guy that you know today. I had to go outside because I was about to lose it. My wife stayed in there and talked to her a while. Finally, after a couple of cigarettes, I went back in there. And we talked for a few minutes. I said, you won't get me again. So that I guarantee you. You won't get me again. And I told the wife right in front of her, I said, you don't send out a quail message until I know it. And I tell you, you can't. We both gonna play this game. Well, no, you have to send in the arrival when you get there. I said, no, I don't. Sure don't. So, they didn't get me on any more violations. Oh, man, I was hot. I blew up. So, yep, there's your couple old trucker stories. They ain't much, but learn from them. You could be next. Alright, folks. I just wanted to share that with you. God bless. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. One logbook. And make your quill come and your logbook match. Y'all have a blessed evening. Bye.